After more than 2 decades of conflict, a generation of Somali children lost the opportunity for formal education and other benefits of a stable childhood. According to the United Nations International Children's Emergency Fund Office for Somalia, UNICEF, the country has one of the world's lowest enrollment rates for primary school-aged children, where only 30% of them are in school. For those in the rural areas, only 18% get to the classroom. As Somalia joins the rest of the world to observe the Day of the African Child this year, this young boy, Hudefa Ismail Mohammed, made this appeal to his president. The Day of the African Child takes place on June the 16th each year and has been celebrated since inception in 1991 by the Organization of the African Unity, or AU, now popularly known as the African Union.
You know, Africa is the only continent with its own charter resting on the protection of children. That's the African Charter on the Right and Welfare of the Child.
It honors the South African school-going children massacred by the apartheid regime for participating in the 1976 Soweto Uprising against being forced to study in Afrikaans, the language of their white oppressors. It also raises awareness of the continuing need to improve on the education of all African children. In Somalia, fewer than 50% of girls attend primary school, while only 25% of women aged 15 to 24 are literate. In nomadic pastoral communities, the majority of children are denied their right to education, with only 22% taking up schooling. With such alarming figures, it's everyone's responsibility to join the struggle in educating all Somali children.
xilka saarnaa ee caruurta aramahooda in aan si buuxda kaga qayb qaadana kana dhiidhina waxtarka iyo barashada caruurta waayo waa dadka maanta jooga bedeli lahaa hadeensan caruurta maanta joogta la tayaynan ee hooyada xil iska saaran aabaha iska saaran dawladda aysan iska saaran shaqaale kasta oo caruurta xaqooda u hadlin waxay noqonaysaa caruurtii wax tayo leh oo biriitana anfaca inaan weyna.
Therefore, the African Union Mission in Somalia, AMISOM, in conjunction with Romeo Dallaire Child Soldiers Initiative, the federal government of Somalia, the Jubaland State and the Southwest Interim State of Somalia are all expected to ensure that all the rights of these young people are protected. Other children's rights to be observed include the right to education, the right to protection and freedom from war, the right to clothing, food, a safe place to live in, and above all, the right to be protected against any form of abuse and violence, among others. On the other hand, the federal government of Somalia has an action plan to implement the Human Rights Roadmap for 2015 and 2016 that ensures that vulnerable people, especially children, women and minorities, are protected and empowered to enjoy their human rights equally with men. That there is a legal framework aligned with the Constitution and international standards to address key grievances and injustices of Somalis, and that there is a need to fast-track children's rights in the national legislation, including measures against female genital mutilation. The federal government is also ready to address issues such as child poverty, the recruitment of child soldiers, and lack of access to education. To that effect, AMISOM is very instrumental in the construction of schools and other livelihood projects, has the duty to coordinate with other civil society organizations, and also carry out child protection integrated trainings. The federal government of Somalia has also established child protection units at the Ministry of Defense to help with the mainstreaming of their activities. They have also deployed child protection officers in all regions within the AMISOM coverage areas in Somalia.